Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. Me and Watson just found out that no one was trying to kill me. So I suppose the next step is to follow Watson or
Stenwick
go
is just down the street from Barnes's bookshop.
just down the street. Just down the street. That way, that way, that way, that way. You're not being very... I'm guessing not that way since that way's blocked off. But while we have a minute, let's just explore. And if I find anything interesting... And what we found is a new investigation. Interesting. Okay. Let's take a look.
Children's clothes, judging by the size. Padlocks have names etched onto them. Anne, Tom, Charles.
And Tom and Charles, huh? Okay. Hey-ho, street pigeons and roof ravens. Another treasure hunt is upon you. With a clue in hand, it's up to you to find all the dolls. Okay, so on a street corner next to water, there's a box. Okay. This is definitely not where we're supposed to go, but man, I am intrigued.
A model of a homely room and fireplace.
Interesting. Gotta be... Ah, there it is.
Chimney bears a peculiar form, like it's meant to have something put inside.
Interesting. Oh, wardrobe items acquired. Interesting. We'll check that out in a couple minutes here.
Looks like a factory to me.
Here a chorus, a factory.
Wonder what could get the gears inside moving.
Okay, so we need to find something to slot into each of these, it looks like. Square peg, round peg, another square peg.
Looks like putting something in the slot may get the gears inside to move. A small minecart. Endearing, if disturbing.
So then I'm guessing that each of these I find a doll that slots into, and then it will open those drawers, which will give keys to the locks, I'm guessing. It's well and truly blocked. Sincerely impossible for Sherlock to get past this. No, yeah. Blocked by a carriage. Okay. We are corralled, so in response to being corralled, I suppose we'll continue on with our journey. But before we do that, just take a look at our wardrobe. See what new things we've acquired. Interesting. Sherlock's got a gun. Do I like that more than the others? I think I do. Alright, cool. Alright, come on, Watson. Tell me all about it.
Stenwick is just down the street from Barnes's bookshop.
Oh, you mean right here where you're trying to tell me to go?
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimihia, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles, and it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimihia breaking the law, We'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimihia normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
Tell me about Kimihia.
He's foreign, a Maori, all the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English, never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
Of course you did.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
I take it this is the first time Kimihia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Is there any reason Kimihia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Did Kimihia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Yeah. So. That's interesting. And by interesting, I mean that's, moderately inconvenient, to say the least. Keeping a person locked up as a, servant that you, and I quote, rescued from savagery, not the best look. Someone's a patron of the arts. Go to the thing that caught my eye first. Everybody's got their vices, Sherlock. Oh, I can't say anything about the freaky glyph, huh?
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
Print. Nothing out that far. The third thing I've yet to identify. And it's not that. I'm not seeing what they seem to want me to see. There's nothing on the statue. Might have to come back to this one. Ah. I have to press Q to zoom in on that.
Looks like a neat
Interesting.
print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Well, really, it's elementary, my dear Watson.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Yeah.
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
Need more clues, more information. Scrap fabric, interesting.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Yep. Good way to get someone outside. Or unconscious. So this is what it looks like when you save someone from savagery, huh? That's a face print.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
I mean, if murder was the goal, that would have been a implement to do it with. Hold on. What did... Ah. Thought I went over that and it didn't do it.
A small Navy spyglass.
Interesting. More signs of a struggle.
A scrap of Hessian.
Interesting. Smash
These were
box.
sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
Hmm. Okay.
No air coming through it. Button chops. The remains of a meal.
Oh, I have to line it up like that. A geo.
The chemical odor.
Oh.
Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Narcotic.
The ashes are long since cold.
Interesting. Why are you kicking?
Is this a Tanifar, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed? You think you know someone?
I know, right? He seemed like a great guy to me. Nope. Oh.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
You see a wavy green circle. Press Q to observe. See, why is he falling backwards, though? Someone kidnapped this man. Question is really is why. Okay.
Where on earth are you going with this?
Do you happen to know Kimihia's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest. But I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimihia and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden. Are you joking? Why would I know this? Are you joking? Why would I know this? Where on earth are you going with this?
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimihia's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Okay. So we know that definitely wasn't his.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimihia's?
Yes, I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Mm-hmm. Distracting, you say.
Has Kimihia ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimihia's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Okay. So we know that whoever was there wore shoes. Kimihia didn't. Used tobacco. Kimihia didn't. Presumably had a spyglass that they lost at some point in a tussle with Kimihia, where someone's face wound up in this pile. Ah, it's not Kimihia's face that wound up in the pile. He started a fire, someone plugged the fire. He was trying to drag an unconscious Kimihia out. Yeah, I think that I have to arrange these by likelihoods. Yeah. Watson, get out of my way. Also, I like that the sprint key still works while doing this. You just walk more quickly. Mystery person with a spyglass. Definitely not Kimihia. We know that for sure. So it is our mystery man. The same one who blocked the chimney.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
Okay, so it's still just... Nope, it's not that. Yeah, that looks more like it. Okay. So it's a case of certain evidence won't appear unless I have the correct thing pinned. Interesting.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Yeah, I don't think Kimihia was the one to open it. I think that's a lot more likely.
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimihia went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimihia inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimihia had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
It does. Just had to learn the mechanics to get there. Okay, so we can unpin the lock now. Which means I'm gonna need that guy to give me his key to the back gate so I can continue my murder investigation, or my kidnapping investigation, I guess.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimihia. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimihia's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimihia never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimihia was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimihia's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimihia, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
What a guy. All that just to get the key to the gate to continue on our adventure. But, more importantly, on this side, maybe. Aha!
What does it say? What does it say? No seams or torn fabric on this doll. Likely one-legged by design.
Hey ho, street pigeons and roof ravens, another treasure hunt is upon you. With a clue in hand, it is up to you to find all the dolls. This one is in a wheelbarrow behind a statue.
A treasure hunt. Used to do lots of those in my childhood, myself and...
Is it a call for help? A bad joke? Or both?
Better not risk leaving this matter ignored, don't you think?
Let's see. I don't think I've seen anywhere quite matching that visual description yet, so I've got to keep hunting around. We're looking for a bust in what looks like either an entryway or park. That can then be used. Oh, of course, now it's clear. That's how it works. Video game logic. That said, we need to find... where our mystery wagon went, and it appears to have gone the other way. Phenomenal. There, it's turning. There. Once you get here, it's... oh. See it turn. Let's take a look at this, see if it gives us any more to work on. Notable features. Spyglass, chewing tobacco. I like the footprints. Ah, we are off by 1. I don't think the clothes made of Hessian would play into this one at all. Yeah, no, they don't. Okay, so I'll have to come back to that. Those are too wide of parallel tracks. Ah. Oh, come on.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimihia's cart, I gather.
Oop. Man.
Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
If you're gonna kidnap someone, probably don't lose your wallet.
A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done.
Which, we know, there was a little bit of action involving saltpeter.
A large pile of horse droppings. Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
Okay. So, with that information... No. Interesting. Sailor's not, then. Glass and a footprint. Oops. Yep. Kimihia's abductors. Okay. A particular knot, a spyglass, and the footprints of a working man's boots. They all add up to one conclusion. Kimihia's abductor is a sailor. And where does the trail lead? We have a calling card, wallet with saltpeter, and the fact that our abductor is a sailor. No, we are off by 1. Is this where the newspaper ties back in? It is. We know that Kimihia's kidnapper is most likely a sailor, that his wallet bears saltpeter residue, and that there was a recent saltpeter accident in the port of London. Everything suggests to find Kimihia, we must head to the port of London. There's no time to lose. It is vital that we find a cab to the port of London immediately.
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Are you a cab? You look like a cab. You cannot return after leaving. Be sure to finish everything you wanted to do. Fine. Okay. We still have some Child's Play to wrap up here, so I've got to find out where our second location is. There are trees, a fence, a bust of a man on a pedestal, and somewhere nearby to all of that, there is a wheelbarrow. Let's see. Aha! I had seen something like that, and then it said off to the left. Yoink!
What's this? A miner with a sooty face. At least, in doll form.
There we go. And our last one, it looks like there is a house, some merchant's carts. Okay. So we're going to want to pin the newest one. Oop, not mean to change outfits there. Definitely the image of his house, right? At least as a kid might draw it.
Can I ask you a question?
It's a shame I can't answer your question.
Or maybe it's... Well, that one was tough to find.
Seems to be for me. Unnaturally bent legs, yet they look to be a design choice.
Another treasure hunt is upon you. With a clue in hand, it's up to you to find all the dolls. I already found all of the dolls, didn't I? Showing an open gate past the flower shop. Yep. Okay. I found the location before I found the dolls.
Charles. Anne. Tom.
All right, 3 keys in hand. Death certificates. No. Blood loss due to leg injury, smog poisoning, severe burns, debilitate. Ah. Well, that's tragic. Charles, Ann, Tom, and Mary. Mary, did you do this in memoriam of your friends?
Tom, Charles, Anne, and Mary.
I'm guessing this is the Mary doll.
Last doll. Seems recently made.
You finally made it. You found the last piece of the puzzle, but it's not only the last piece in this hunt. It's the last piece ever. My street pigeons. I know to a lot of you, my riddles were the only glint of light in your day, but shining that soul beam meant being surrounded by complete darkness. With Charlie's death, the third of our foursome, my lips have lost the ability to smile. Life has forced us to work where we don't belong, squeezing what little light we had out of us. Each day ended with me praying that the next, when I'd have to climb down the chimney again, breathe those awful fumes, listen to all those screams, would never come. And I don't even know how to pray. My friends thought I was the strongest, but with every loss, I felt smaller and weaker, and now I feel nothing at all. So goodbye. I hope that one day you can fly away to warmer places, happier times, and never again be forced to give up your lives for scraps.
Not sure I like the treasure hunt's ending.
Could we really have saved her, Holmes?
No. Solving this crime is beyond my reach. It is society who must work on sparing children from death by hard labor.
Woof. That was awful. Okay. Well, Watson got new clothes out of the deal, I guess. Let's see. Just mark our remaining new evidence pieces. Done, done, and done. I think I'll leave Watson in that. We're gonna go back to the outfit we started the episode in. This one. Let's go back to Baker Street before we can end out this episode. Woof. A little bit of a heavy note to end this one on there, guys. Sorry about that. They gave a notice in the...
Get the Strand! Get your copy of the Strand here!
Wolf. Is there anything else we can look at in Baker Street? Doesn't really seem like it. Sherlock's very chaotic room, which seems as good a place as any to end the current episode. Thanks so much for coming along. Hopefully the next episode we'll get to continue on the search for Kimihia and hopefully be able to save him. Man, it would be really inconvenient if my childish treasure hunt ended up being the problem. Anyways, thanks so much for joining me, guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.